Stop right there. Yeah, you. If you like all things entertainment, current events, or Hollywood, then look no further. Creator to Creators, hosted by director Meosha Bean of Horror Noir, interviews filmmakers and creatives from around the world. Join in on the fun, guest celebrities, and informative information to have as a creator. Hit subscribe and stay connected to Creator to Creators.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators Today, we have a special guest,
My name is Influence. How you guys doing?
Influence. I
Yeah,
love that. Tell me a little
thank you.
bit about your name. How did that come? How did you come up with that?
You know what? To be honest, I just had the ability. Okay, so I'm a natural born leader. So
Yeah,
let's just say that that's one of the ways that my name came to be is by my leadership skills.
love that. Love that. That's awesome. Influence.
Yeah.
So I love going back to the beginning. I think the beginning, kind of, it always that I say that it charts our trajectory where we're going in life. Like our little habits that we pick up along the way kind of follow us as we become adults. Um,
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood. What was that like? And did you discover music at a young age? And when you discovered it, how did you make that transition to where you are now?
I definitely discovered music at a very young age. I grew up, not my whole childhood, but for the first part of my childhood, I grew up in church.
Oh,
And so, listening to church songs and, gospel music. And that was kind of like my introduction to music besides what my mom was playing in the house. You know what I mean? But I think that's what helped develop my love for music is the way it made me feel and also the way I see it made other people feel, the type of emotion that evoked.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Church. So same for me. I grew up in church. I was a PK kid, preacher's kid. So, you know, um, I totally can relate. I'm sure when the music that you wanted to start doing wasn't exactly what I'm sure
No, 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 not at all.
envisioned.
Not at all. It's just I think that's kind of what got the beat going in my heart. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I like, that's what got me into rhythm and sound. Let me say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's cool. So were but I'm did they were they supportive of like your endeavors as you were going through, adolescence?
Yes, of course. So I grew up being taken care of and actually taking care of my mother. So my mother is paralyzed. She's been
Oh,
paralyzed since before I was born.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I was like her miracle baby. I was born after she'd been paralyzed in a wheelchair for 7 years. She's a crime victim, got shot in the neck point blank by another woman. It was all part of a
Whoa.
love triangle. Yeah, whole crazy story. She went on the Steve Harvey show and got honored as a Harvey hero. She
Oh,
recently wrote a
bless.
book. So yeah, there's a lot going on with that too.
Yeah. Wow. 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 I mean, that's incredible.
So
That's
my childhood was a little bit different, being that I didn't necessarily have all the freedom that other kids have simply for the fact that I always had to make sure or wanted to go home and make sure my mom was good, after school and kind of, make sure I'm there for her and anything she needs.
That's good. That's great. What now I always say like the transition to getting into I don't know if there's like what was the thing once you knew the aha moment of like, okay, I want to do music. This is what I want
Oh,
to do.
you know what? My aha moment, honestly, my favorite artist growing up, and I listened to a lot of different people, but my favorite artist was Tupac, and I think that
Oh,
I related with him and his sound and some of the things that he was talking about, and it just kind of resonated with me in a different way, and it inspired me.
yeah.
You know what I
Yes,
mean? It inspired me to start wanting to put my words together and speak and use my voice. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, Tupac. Oh man, that's amazing. Unfortunate, sad
Great.
story.
That's a tragedy. It's absolutely a tragedy.
One of the greats, though.
One of the greatest artists in history. for sure, 100%.
Wow, yeah. Do you feel like music has changed since
Music,
then,
yeah,
where we are
music is,
now?
yeah, it's changed. I
For the better?
can't, you know what? I can't really say whether it's for the better or worse. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I can say that some of the quality of music nowadays is not anywhere near as good as it used to be back in the day, but we also do have some great artists.
Yeah, absolutely. We
You know,
absolutely.
I can't take, I can't say we don't have great artists, because we clearly do, but we all know that there's some artists out there that, you know, ain't the greatest. I mean, they're making their money. I always say I ain't hate on nobody. It just inspires me to work harder and put myself in a position to prove that I might be a little bit more talented than they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about like getting into this dance track. Um and I first of all, I really dig it. What You Deserve. Like
Okay, I'm glad you like
so
it.
fun. I played it on the speakers and I was just like,
Yeah,
okay, okay, it's a fun little
you got
vibe.
to
I
vibe,
was feeling
right?
it. Tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about like
That's,
the process of that and like what inspired that whole thing.
um, I mean, honestly, I was just, scrolling through beats. I heard the beat, and as soon as I heard the sample from the beginning, I knew it was going to be something different because it's a hip hop beat, but it got, an Ace of Base sample. So I was like, okay, shit, what's the drop about to do? Where's it about to go from here? And then I heard the hook, the Info Black put on there, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like I've heard, obviously we've all heard a lot of dance songs and island type beats, and I mean this was the best one I've heard. You know what I mean? I didn't know until later that part of the beat is from the Ace of Base sample as well. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I thought it was just part of the beginning. Yeah, so it was really cool. I like the way they put that together. Majestic Drama, he's the producer. The hook is by Info Black. I actually bought the beat with the hook already on it.
Nice. Very nice.
So I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't know is one way that some artists make music that aren't in the same area, or that's
Right.
one way that they collab is by, already having the stuff already on there so that you just do your part.
Yeah. I love
Hmm.
that. No, it sounds so good. It was fun and yeah, it's just really funky and so fun to listen to.
I,
You
I,
feel
I
good
think
after listening to it.
I think it's perfect for the summer. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
You could dance
Uh,
to that joint like you on the dance floor.
great summer song.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you performed it yet?
Nope, not yet. I'm
Oh,
looking forward to performing it. I actually am probably gonna go perform it at a show coming up, a showcase in LA coming
awesome.
up, and also an open mic called Something Dope for the People. They do a really cool open mic that I want to be a part of. I'm gonna go join that community.
Love that. Love that. I can't wait. Congratulations on that.
Thank
I,
you.
I
I'm
read
looking
in your
forward.
bio that you are also entrepreneur, like you do it all. Which I so resonate with that because I feel like in this business as creatives, you have to kind of you can't wait by the phone because sometimes the phone doesn't ring and you have to create your own
No,
opportunity.
of course not. Yeah, you definitely can't wait by the phone. There's nobody coming to save you. Things ain't done the way they was back in the day no more. You got to get out there and get it. You got to go hustle. Sometimes you have to create your own opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm curious with that, were there at the beginning for you, like kind of stumbling blocks and how did you kind of find your way out of those situations? Like were there times where you were like, I don't know if this music thing's gonna I don't know if I'm gonna keep going.
You know what? Of course. I think there's at least one time in every artist's career or upbringing on their journey when they question whether, it's not whether they're built for it, but whether it's going to work out for them, whether they're going
Yeah.
to achieve that level of success that they aspire to make it to. You know what I mean? Life has lots of setbacks. Yeah, there's definitely been times that I, felt like walking away. And like I said, I feel like there's at least, been at least one time in every artist's journey that they've, you know, thought about maybe stopping or trying to find something else to get into because they weren't as far along as they wanted to be in music, or, music just wasn't paying the bills, as an independent artist.
Yeah, it's a really tough business to be in. You're right. It's like it's I was literally I had a like a TV writer on the show, and he writes for television, but he said after the show, after writing for the show, you have those, you go on hiatus. So in
Mhm.
those moments of no work, you
Yeah,
have
what
to
you
make
gonna
some
do?
money. Yeah, you have to make
Exactly.
money. So it's like,
Exactly.
and it just dawned on me like, wow, this is like, when I think about, I think everyone's perception of success in this business is like, oh, if I make it on television, but just because you're on television doesn't mean you're actually
Yeah,
at that
not at all.
level where you want.
Oh, of course not. I'd rather have $1 million than 1 million views.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
math on that ain't mathing.
Absolutely. Do you feel like music has changed in a way in favor of the artist now? Like, AI is here, we can do things
I
ourselves.
okay, so my thing about AI, I'm not sure whether AI is good for music or not. I still am on the fence about that. And honestly, as an artist, I maybe I'll take this time to say now that no, I don't think AI is good for music because you're basically able to kind of steal people's voices and, put stuff out there as if you're them, which could lead to you saying a bunch of stuff as them that ain't true or starting beefs. And like there's all kind of ways that using AI can go wrong when you're able to use somebody else's voice.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty scary that,
All that deep fake stuff. Yeah, no, let's leave that alone.
there's a
You
lot
know,
of that. It's like I don't know what's true or not. It looks so real.
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
did that actually
Yeah,
happen?
it'd be
Yeah.
all these people using all these AI pictures. This is getting crazy. I'm like, man, that don't even look like you. Like, come on now, all your
Wowzers.
pictures, your profile pictures, an AI picture now. Like, we all been looking at you for the last couple of years, and no, you don't look nothing like that. Stop it.
um, just talk when you mentioned beef, because sorry, beef. What do you think about? And I know this is kind of going a little tangent, but this is a little fun question. Do you feel like rap is good to have beef in rap because, like, as we see with Kendrick Lamar and the whole Drake situation,
Okay, I feel like, man,
is it
I feel
healthy?
like beef is healthy as a sport when it's kept only to rap beef and just about music and lyrical exercise, improving your dominance as an artist.
Hmm.
Not necessarily when you're taking, those kind of personal jabs at each other and including each other's family and loved ones. Because once it gets personal, it's kind of hard to take it back to just being about music, especially when you start toying with people's emotions, you know what I mean? And touching on some sensitive subjects.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. It's like it's rap is, I think you're right. It should be a friendly competition, not something
Mhm.
where someone's life is in danger
Right,
or
right,
possibly
absolutely.
could be. Yeah,
Mhm.
100%. Have you ever experienced anything like that as an artist?
I have not been in any rap.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Thank God. We don't want to get into.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a fun question. The three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. And if you could
Okay.
choose one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
You know what? Honestly, I would go with respect
Okay,
because
nice.
I believe uh with enough respect, you're making your way towards the money and the power anyway, if that's what you're going for.
Hmm.
But you know what? I wouldn't want money and power without the respect. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
it's a good answer. Really good answer. I like that. I like that. Another fun, rapid question. I love asking this too. If you could be managed by any artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that is a good one. That is a good one. You know what? If I could be managed by any artist, dead or alive, honestly, it would have to be Nip. You know,
Oh,
even though I
yeah.
know Nip is younger than me, I know that he possessed a lot of knowledge that I read into, and I'm a student of life, so I'm all about learning and educate myself.
Mm.
Um, and I know that he was on the right track, trying to teach our people, about financial literacy and all these different things about, land and investments. And these are all the things that we need to be educated on. So I fully support him and his knowledge and his drive to do that for, our community. And I support that. And that would have been something that I would love to be attached to.
Absolutely. I love that. That's a great answer. Yeah,
Mhm.
Nip was different. He had, he cared about his community.
Absolutely.
Even though, yeah, he was at this level, but he was actually doing some really great stuff for the community. And I think sometimes the industry doesn't really shine a light on that of what these artists are doing in the community wise, and you
That's
just only
because the
see.
industry doesn't really shine too much light on, artists when they're doing positive things in the community. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I tend to focus on the negative.
And it's so sad. It's so sad, but you know,
Well, I mean, I feel at the end of the day, it's a narrative that we're 100% feeding into. So, I mean, we're not necessarily helping it. Some of us are, we're standing
yeah.
against it, talking against it. But, there's a lot of us that are kind of just,
Why do
still stuck on tearing each other down and being, competitive with each other
why do
and
you think
seeing each
that
other as
is?
opposition. Um, you know what? To be honest, I couldn't tell you, but I just know that we need to find a way to try to build some more unity between us because I do feel like we are the only race that attacks and it goes at each other like this and tries to tear and likes to see each other torn down.
So
You know,
sad.
seeing each other being torn down shouldn't be our form of entertainment.
That wow, that's deep. It should not be our form of entertainment. That you're absolutely right. I think that's what the industry pushes. Honestly, when you think about certain artists that come up, like, and I'm no diss to any artist, anything like that, but like your Sexy Reds or anything like that. It's like, you know, good for her, but like, it's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I
yeah.
get it. Yeah,
So, but
100%.
hey, I think everybody should get their money, do what they got to do.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody deserves a shine, chance to shine, but I mean, if you were put in that position and you can handle all the pressure that comes with it, then fucking more power to you. Like I said, I ain't hating on nobody. It's just motivation for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What keeps you going as in this business of entertainment?
Going, I want to say uh, my besides like my passion and my drive and just this fire and this vision that God put in my heart. I want to say, really being able to take care of my family and like leave a legacy. I'm not gonna lie, of course, I want to be filthy rich just like everybody else. But deep down in my core, I am, a philanthropist and somebody that would love to be able to give back to my community. I don't think there's enough of that either. I know a lot of people do a lot of things, but there should be a lot more giving back being done the amount of money that all these
Hmm.
people are making. You know what I mean?
I see what you're
There's
saying.
there's a lot more changes that could be made, a
Oh,
lot more.
so much. So
A
many
lot of
changes.
people got so many millions and millions, even billions of dollars just sitting in an account, like not doing shit. It's not even collecting any compound interest. It's really not doing shit. It's not working for them.
Right.
It's not working for nobody else. You know what I mean?
I always say you're right, absolutely right. And yeah, I always say like, I think about it like this when it comes to, when you get to certain level and when there's a bunch of, I'm going to say particularly, African Americans that are rich in America in the entertainment business. And I always wonder like, I'm sure there's some that are doing some things.
Yeah, of course. You don't hear about much.
No, you don't hear you don't hear about much, but I always wonder like, there's more us, I always say people that aren't on that level of influence, right?
Hmm.
That the indies, I guess you could say, there's more people in the society that you can really make a movement and overpower the structure, but I don't think a lot of people want to do it, you know. But
Yeah. Well, that's true. Hey, you know what? That's another talk for another time.
I know that's a TED talk for sure. Um, what advice did you give to like young artists out there that wants to get in this business?
First off, don't give up. Always believe in yourself, even when you don't have anybody else believing in you, and continue to network because they say your network is your net worth. And you know what? That can be true because you never know who you're going to meet in any one of these doors that you walk into and who can change your life for the better at any point in time. Just don't ever give up. Don't ever stop pushing your music. Always remember that even though, a song might be old to you, if the world hasn't heard it yet, it's still brand new.
Absolutely. You're right about that. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of
It was
course,
lovely
of course.
talking to you.
Thank
Where
you
can
for having
people find you on social media to follow
Uh,
everything?
you
Oh,
can find me on Instagram at Playboy Savage XO. That's the main place to find me. Obviously, you can also find me on Spotify. Look me up. Influence. Check out my new single, What You Deserve.
what you deserve. All right. Thank you so much again and come back anytime.
Thank you. Of course, I'd love to come back.
And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
All right, you guys.